Dak's 18 touchdown passes against man trail only Tom Brady. He boasts the second highest QBR and yards per dropback against those schemes. And man coverage has been a staple for the Chiefs D under defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. They've employed it at the sixth highest rate since 2019. So, Dan, the Chiefs love playing man coverage. How, or maybe better yet, who would you be targeting on the Chiefs defense to try and play man coverage against?
Yeah, I mean, everyone but Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, there's a reason why they've, over the past couple weeks, stopped playing so much man and started to play more zone, is because they're all bad at it outside of 32. Look at the passer rating on the right side.
Wow.
For everyone, context-wise, the NFL average passer rating quarterback-wise is 93. That means that three of those guys, Hughes, Snead, and Sorensen, are significantly worse than the NFL average, and Ward and Fenton are somewhat flirting around that. Tyrann's the only guy that's got more interceptions than touchdowns thrown his way. And so we're talking about these Dallas Cowboys receivers as CeeDee Lamb in man coverage, and Amari Cooper in man coverage, and Micah Gallup versus man coverage. Oftentimes offensively, when you're going to go against a team that's going to choose to play some man coverage against you, you try to find the one guy, the one weakness that you could feel, okay, that's the guy we got to get our matchup on. If they're going to run the football well, Dallas, and force Kansas City to get into some man situations, you've got so many options that you feel as a Cowboys offense that you've got a significant advantage over. So for Kansas City defensively, if they want any chance to win this game, they have to stop the run and too high shell. If they don't, it's a wrap.
Yeah, in that too high shell in the zone defense, they got to make the tackle. So they got to get off the blocks, and they got to force. They got to make sure that the party is coming to them. And in the pass game, they've got to tackle, because the man-to-man coverage, if you are in man-to-man and you miss, people are to the house.
Gone.
Period, gone. So if you decide to play man-to-man, you need to tackle. And in zone, you hold people up till the party comes and everybody comes to rally, and then they'll eventually get spooked and won't want to go across the middle and do some of those things. So it's very important for Kansas City to make sure, whenever the ball is in that area, to tackle, bring people down.
So, Marcus, you continue to emphasize the run game in every single football game that you talk about. How does that relate specifically to this matchup on the Chiefs side of things?
Yeah, one is to find answers. It's to find out what the Kansas City Chiefs and what their response will be if you're having success. And then you get into what Dan and Key alluded to about finding matchups on the outside. But that is why I'm so pressing about the run game, because it tells you more about what a defense is going to do than I think anything throughout the course of a football game. And it's as simple as this. If we're having success running the ball, or is Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, going to be stubborn and think that eventually they can get it fixed without bringing an extra guy to the box? Or if not, can we stop it without having an extra guy in the box? And that's gap integrity, that's gap soundness, and that's getting off blocks and making plays on Zeke Elliott, who is a guy that runs through tackles as well. So it's more in line for, obviously you want to run and have success, but I think the Cowboys need to try to early and often test the Kansas City Chiefs all to see what type of adjustments that they will make if they're having success. And if not, keep running that thing down their throat, because as long as you toting that note, Patrick Mahomes over there watching the football game.
What I was going to say, though, Marcus, the problem that you have with making adjustments and guys not making tackles, you bring 8, 9 men in the box, you leave yourself exposed, whether it's zone or man-to-man in the pass game. You don't get to him, you setting yourself up for complete failure.
This is how this game is going to start, okay? The Chiefs are going to try to play their cover two like they have the past couple weeks. The Cowboys are going to get to line of scrimmage. Dak is going to see that. He's going to constantly check to these runs. If the Kansas City Chiefs are not stopping that, and I don't expect them to, you're going to see there's two answers to stop the run defensively. You either have to blitz me or bring numbers. If you blitz me, you're creating one-on-one pass opportunities. If you bring numbers, you're creating those one-on-one pass opportunities. And this is the moment where the difference between the Cowboys offense right now and the Chiefs offense is the Cowboys have a third, fourth, fifth really viable option in the pass game, and the Kansas City Chiefs don't.
Well, it's going to be fascinating. A lot more coming on that game in Week 11. Another thing we're hoping to figure out toward the end of this show is why I'm the only one still wearing a suit jacket here. I don't know what happened with you guys.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.